Good morning. So today I have three big topics that I'm writing about. I'm trying to do this new thing with the video where, for those of you who just don't want to like delve into all the writing, I want to just sort of cover all the top stuff right off the bat in the video, and then if you're super interested, you can dig deeper in the blog. We'll see how that goes. Let me know what you think. Anyway, so the three topics. The first is what's going on with work. And I, for one, am particularly intrigued by that guy from, it's called better.com. It's gotten all kinds of scandal because he fired, I think it was 900 people, it's like 15% of the company, on a Zoom call. But the way he did it, it sort of has this real Squid Game kind of element to it. So, he starts off with this call, and then very quickly he gets into saying, well, if you're on this call, you're about to be fired. And then I saw one video of it, it's not the one I'm posting, but where it was like the people who were on the call who had been filming it going, oh my God, no, we can't do that. But anyway, he did it in a very tactless way, but the fact that, and of course I'm sure they have got absolute proof of this, is that all these people who were being fired had been logging on as though they had worked for 8 hours, and then the company actually has proof that they only worked for 2 hours. So that is kind of stealing. And I must say, just sort of my own personal observation around here, downtown, is that all the restaurants, all the bars are chock-a-block constantly. I mean, you can't get in, and yet these are the same people who are often saying, oh no, I'm too scared to go to work. So I don't know, something about this doesn't add up. And I know I'm like, most of the people I've spoken to really like the whole work at home thing. You don't want to like schlep into the office anymore. But as somebody who's owned a business and had a staff, the idea that we'd all be working remotely just would not sit well with me. I'd rather shut the business and fire everyone then too. But anyway, so this, I just think this is what this guy did. And I think there's going to be more of this where people are going to start to, we're into year 2 now, and people are going to start to really do some digging around about what people are really doing at home. Do they have 1 or more jobs? How many hours are they really putting in? Really kind of tracking that. So I don't know. I think that's going to be kind of interesting. On the flip side of that, I'm also seeing some really kind of supersized bonuses are being given out. Law firms are doing, and I'm covering this, anywhere from like up to $200,000 in bonus for people, because of course there've been so many deals going on. Everyone's been working really hard. And there, by the way, there is some statistics on how these law firms are going back to the office, and how younger lawyers in particular are finding it extremely helpful to be in the office with the old geezers, and it'll be interesting to see whether that affects their bonuses as well. But it's not just like kind of lawyers and stuff who are getting bonuses. Tyson Foods is also giving their workers, frontline workers, people do not have the privilege of working from home. They're all getting something between like $300 to $700 bonus this year, which is unusual. So anyways, I think we'll see a lot of bonus stuff happening. I'm also talking a lot about entertainment. So I just discovered this guy, mrbeast, who, I thought I was really late to the game, but I discovered him through Andrew Schultz and his guys he's got this podcast. He's kind of this really cool, youngish stand-up comic, and who's got this podcast called Flagrant 2, I think it's called. Anyway, so he said, he's sort of known about mrbeast, but not really dug into it. Anyway, mrbeast is 23, and he is the biggest thing on YouTube. He's got, let me see, something like, so he's 23, and he's got, I think, like 83 million subscribers. And he does kind of pranks, but the thing he did recently, which was sort of a takeoff on the Squid Game, but his is sort of more fun and non-violent. It's really great. And I've included the video of that. So even, I mean, I haven't watched Squid Game, the real thing, but this gives you a really good sense of what it might be about. And this guy is really like kind of cool. And one of the things that I think is really smart that Andrew Schultz says about him is that this Mr. Beast is what he's really doing is he's a creator who is using the YouTube platform, but he's not really like what you would consider a normal YouTuber. And I think that's a really kind of important distinction. And then Schultz goes on to, which is, I think is really funny also. So this guy routinely gets 50 million views on all of the things he posts, which is like 10 times what any of the network executives would get for any of their shows. But apparently the few times that there's been an interaction between Mr. Beast and whether it's Netflix execs or just kind of traditional mainstream TV, they're like, I don't know. I don't think this is so, great what you're doing. I just think that's hysterical because he's going to eat their lunch. So that's that. And then I also found, once again, I've seen him before, this guy, he's, I think he's Chinese, and he's got Jimmy Yong. He's hysterical. He's like a young Chinese comedian, and he does this thing, I posted it on old Chinese ladies and how they always tell you the truth about everything. And everything he says, he's using his mother as the sort of example, but everything, because I live really close to Chinatown. I used to belong to the Chinatown Y, and this is so spot on. And then the last thing on entertainment I want to talk about is Adele's residency. So she's going to be doing this residency in Vegas. Tickets, of course, are out through the roof. You have to have proof of vaccine, which is fine. But then where I think she just takes it a step too far, where I just would not bother, she also needs you to have a negative test from the last 48 hours. I'm not going to, there's no entertainment in the world where I'm going to go through that hassle to see you. Thank you very much. So it'd be interesting to see how many people will do that. So that's it. And then the other things I've got on there is this new lipstick. It's violette, very kind of, it's difficult to get. You can only order it online. I've got a story about that. Apparently it's really hot. I think it's too red for me, quite frankly. But we'll see. And then that's it. And that's it for today's, my kitties. Had a fabulous holiday party at Ludlow House. Oh my God, they just killed it. It was so beautiful. And, it was just great after 2 years to actually get together with people again in that way. It was just the best. This is going to be my new tradition now. No more parties at home, only out. And with that, I am signing off. Let me know what you think. This is like an 8-minute video. It might be way too long for people, but let me know. Ciao, ciao, my loves.